good morning again from Spello. I know I said in my previous update that was going to be the last snippet from my trip, and in fact I think I'm going to record this particular one as a separate vlog update. Just sitting here in the local market square. It's about 10:15 in the morning and it's coming up to probably about 28-29 degrees, sitting in a lovely shady part and just watching the world go by. Myself and my wife love to travel, and over the last couple of years our lives have kind of changed quite a bit. We obviously moved from Cambridge over to Northern Ireland. A number of reasons behind that, and don't get me wrong, we are loving living by the sea in Northern Ireland, and we're loving the fact that we've been fortunate enough that Nicola has been able to cut down her hours and we get to spend a heck of a lot more time together. But one of the things that has really been missing from our lives has been travel, and that's been obviously, there's been sacrifices made from the financial side of things to get to where we are today with the living in Northern Ireland. But coming here to Spello, a city I hadn't even heard of. The main reason for coming here was obviously Nicola's brother's wedding. But just wandering through the city of Spello, of Assisi, of Spoleto, especially wandering through those kind of little back alleyways, cobbled back alleyways late at night, not another soul about. It is going to be so difficult to get on that plane today and go home. And in fact, both Nicola and I agree that we need to make travel a big part of our lives again. And we kind of said, okay, we will sacrifice even more of our kind of semi-comfortable lifestyle in Northern Ireland to allow for travel. And that kind of got me thinking a little bit as well in terms of my own personal photography journey, what I'm willing to give up to kind of follow through with my own journey. And I sometimes fear that I kind of procrastinate with why I'm maybe not progressing as much forward as I should be. And yet, rather than out wandering the streets looking for a moment to capture, I'm more comfortable sitting, having something to eat and a glass of wine. And so it's kind of challenged me as well to say, what am I willing to push through and willing to give up and willing to kind of sacrifice to carry on doing what I love to do, and that's to make images. The other thing that's kind of become quite clear wandering around the streets of Spello and Assisi is I was concerned that coming to a place like this, it wasn't going to be a photography trip, but when we do decide to go and do our travels, as a landscape photographer, could I still find my images in a place such as this? And unequivocally, the answer is absolutely yes. Having the little Joby tripod limited those options somewhat, but I cannot wait to wander more through streets like this and capture cityscape, landscaped images. But I know that I need to give up more to gain more of the stuff that really matters. I'm reading a book at the moment by David Duchemin, and he talks a lot about needing to what we need to sacrifice, and I just don't think I'm sacrificing enough of my time, stroke sleep, sacrificing enough of my finances, sacrificing enough of my overall being to follow my passion. And the two passions that I really have, obviously my main passion is my wife. I love her. She doesn't have the easiest of times from a kind of an anxiety and depression point of view. So she is my number one passion through all of this. But my personal passions are travel and photography. And I need to give up more of what gives me moments of happiness, micro moments of happiness, to follow that passion of travel and photography. And I don't necessarily want to do it to, be a travel blogger or whatever. I just want to do it because I come to a place like this. I indulge in a place like this. I walk the streets. I try to have conversations, broken English, semi-Italian, bad Italian conversations. I wander through the markets. I go into the little places that have the cured meats and the cheeses hanging, and I smell and I taste the wine, and I just even looking at some of the clearly old friends meeting here in the marketplace. And all of this influences me in a good way, far more than sitting in a bar back in Ireland, or far more than sitting in front of a TV back in Ireland ever could. And it's actually influencing me almost subconsciously, that hopefully will then help me grow as a photographer and as a more positive person. I think on the travel side of things, I saw a spark last night in Nicola's eye that I haven't seen in quite some time. And it was really good to see. It's been a difficult couple of years. It remains difficult. I have my own moments. But I know that this is what we are supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be traveling. And I know I'm supposed to be making images. And so I just want to leave you with kind of my own little personal kind of thought that, everything we do, everything we touch, every person we are with, every conversation we have, in some small part, will influence the person that we're becoming. And so I think it's very important, especially as creatives, that we are surrounding ourselves with positive things and things that kind of will help us grow. I could quite happily sit here now for the rest of today. I have a bottle of water and watch the stir, watch the people, watch the conversations, watch the light change. And all of those images and smells and emotions. If I was then able to go out this evening and try to capture an image of Spello, I believe that having spent several hours sitting here on this bench, watching the stir, watching the light, taking in the smells and the sounds, I would make a much stronger image than if I simply lay around the pool or went and had, as nice as it would be, a nice lunch and then just kind of lazed out. So, sorry this has all been a bit jumbled, and of course also sorry for the trucks and various bits and pieces passing. Hopefully the little mic has kept the audio quality not too bad, but I just felt that I wanted to record just a little kind of ending to my time here in Spello. Beautiful. And I'm so happy that we have the opportunity to do this. And we all have a very short, in the grand scheme of things, a very short slice of time afforded to us. And I absolutely 100% want to make the most of that. And I know that Nicola does too. So here's to more travel, here's to more experiences, and here's to more photography. Have a great day.